Yet another sunny, warm day across the KELOLAND region, but we are going to cool our temperatures down a bit for the weekend. Overnight tonight, we'll start to see some clouds come in from the northwest, becoming partly cloudy. A low 54 Sioux Falls, 53 Aberdeen, a bit breezy in Pierre, 54, Rapid City breezy, and 50. During the day tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy skies and a north wind, so it's not going to be as warm. 72 in Sioux Falls, that's still above average, but not nearly as warm as today. Aberdeen, breezy, 69, Pierre, breezy, 70, at Rapid City, mostly cloudy skies, and 68 degrees. The weekend will be dry, but again, a bit on the coolish side. We'll have details on that coming up. KELOLAND News starts now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, KELOLAND News, first at 4.
One man was flown to Minneapolis after a fire in Sheldon, Iowa. We have the details straight ahead.
Plus, the owners of the Minnesota Twins are exploring a sale of the team.
And the support construction workers are getting from Minneapolis city leaders. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in. First at 4, I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Lauren Solik. Sioux Falls police are investigating a serious crash involving a stolen SUV and an apartment building. It happened around 4 o'clock this morning at 3rd and Elmwood and left a young boy who was inside the apartment with life-threatening injuries. A man was also found with serious but non-life-threatening injuries.
According to witnesses, 3 people inside the SUV ran off after the crash. This afternoon, police are still looking for them. Now, we're going to take a closer look at the case tonight on KELOLAND News. A Florence, South Dakota man is behind bars accused of helping make pipe bombs. 41-year-old John Felice is facing a list of charges including sale, transportation, or possession of a destructive device and intentional damage to property. Court documents say that in May of this year, authorities searched his brother Christopher Gamble's home in Florence and found guns, pipe bombs, marijuana, and more. All were in a place where 4 children could easily get to them. Felice is also charged with escape after leaving a treatment center in Mitchell last month and not coming back.
Investigators in Sheldon, Iowa are looking into what sparked a fire in the eastern part of town early this morning. When firefighters arrived at the home around 3 o'clock, there were flames coming out of a front window. Everyone inside was able to get out, but one man suffered severe burns. He was taken to a local hospital before being flown to Minneapolis.
All right. What is Jay going to say about the weather today that he didn't say yesterday?
Right? Yeah.
Let's find out.
Let's see. Warm, really warm, blazing hot, fiery warm. I don't know. I've run out. We are, again, warmer than normal across KELOLAND temperature-wise. Although today's probably the warmest day, we're going to cool things down starting tomorrow. Right now in the city, we have a clear sky and 85 degrees. That's what we said yesterday. We also said to be about 20 degrees above normal, which it is. A gentle breeze at 17 miles an hour, but it is just as warm or warmer in other places. Aberdeen right now, 87 degrees. A south breeze at 13 miles an hour. In Pierre, 89 with a south wind at 17. And in Rapid City, the wildfire smoke still a little thicker out to the west, but 85 degrees. Now, Rapid City has had the wind switch to the north, and we will see those north winds spread across the area tonight and tomorrow, and that's why we are going to cool things down. Here are the rest of the temperatures around the region. You see most everybody way above normal for this time of year. But again, aided by that south wind, which will change tomorrow to the north, and so not nearly as warm. 54 our overnight low in Sioux Falls, 53 Aberdeen, 54 in Pierre, 50 in Rapid City. And then tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy, 72 for a high in Sioux Falls, so much cooler, although that's still well above normal for this time of year. We'll have a north wind 10 to 20 miles an hour, 69 in Aberdeen, 70 in Pierre, 72 degrees in Rapid City. The weekend will be coolish as well, especially Sunday with lots of wind and much cooler temperatures. We'll have that forecast for you coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Jay. The 2024 South Dakota State Fair has reported an increase in tax collections compared to last year. The 2024 State Fair produced over $266,000 in tax collections, 20% more than the 2023 revenues. During the 2024 State Fair, there were over 600 booths with 300 vendors. The vendor numbers dropped 6.5% from 2023 to 24. Over the 6-day span, the fair earned $3.2 $1.2 million in revenue.
The owners of the Minnesota Twins have announced that they will explore selling the team. The Twins have been owned by the Pohlad family since 1984. Twins executive chair Joe Pohlad made that announcement this morning. The Twins, they've won the World Series in 1987 and 1991. After winning a playoff series last year for the first time in decades, the Pohlads reduced payroll. The Twins finished the 2024 season with an 82-80 record and missed the playoffs. You can find the full statement from the Twins owners with this story on KELOLAND.com.
Construction workers in the Twin Cities say their latest project is building a better future for themselves. Adam Duxter with our CBS affiliate in Minneapolis shares the support they're getting from Minneapolis leaders to make it happen.
It's no job site, but the feeling in South Minneapolis Wednesday was that of a plan coming together in the fight for non-union construction workers against wage theft, child labor, and harassment.
None of this will change without the workers at the front. Workers at the front of this. Workers need to be able to come forward and talk about their rights without fear of retaliation.
The proposed solution to protect tens of thousands of non-union workers, the Building Dignity and Respect, or BDR program, that would create job site audits and ensure worker protections. Wednesday, two developers, Hope Community and Alliance Housing, signing on.
And it is always, how do we figure out how to rein in costs? One thing we know at Hope is that we will not and cannot cut corners when it comes to worker rights, worker dignity, worker pay.
The commitment being displayed today by BDR's first signers is monumental to the goal of this program. And it paves the way to a better future for not only the workers, but their families and their communities.
The nonprofit group C-Tool represents non-union workers and says nearly half have seen wage theft, leading to 8 criminal cases against Metro contractors in the last 4 years, leading to a call for more developers to join in.
All of you for-profit developers who have had a history of using abusive contractors on your projects, it's time for change. If these nonprofit developers can do it, you can do it as well.
In Minneapolis, Adam Duxter, WCCO News.
In a statement, United Properties says it's, quote, firmly committed to adhering to the highest ethical standards in the pursuit of its work. They have met with C-Toll and conversations are ongoing between the two. More
than 50 people don't have a place to live after a Minneapolis apartment building went up in flames last night. The call came in at around 11:30. When firefighters arrived, there were flames coming from 3 buildings. At this point, most of the residents were already out. 3 people, though, including 2 firefighters, were taken to the hospital. One resident says that this fire is going to be tough to recover from for a lot of people.
I'm sick to my stomach. It's horrible because I know all the residents and everybody is just, struggling and getting by and just everyone just got in a good place. Everybody's just starting over, including myself and now this.
Fire officials say the building is a total loss. The Red Cross and Salvation Army are helping the residents.